Hi Aries, welcome to a special reading that I have been doing. And this series is called The Green Light Portal. And I was thinking about this, watching another astrologer talking about this period of time. And actually, I was looking at it myself in the ephemeris and seeing what the energy looked like astrologically through the end of this year. And I noticed that there was a lot of green light energy through the end of January. All the planets will be direct, except for Uranus. Uranus always has to be different, doesn't it? And Uranus will be retrograding until like mid-January, but it's an outer planet, so it's not given the same emphasis in like affecting us personally the way that other retrogrades, the Mercury, Mars, Venus, which we've all had in recent months. And currently we have Mars retrograde as I record this in the first week of October. And we also have an upcoming Mercury retrograde. As a matter of fact, I think the Mercury retrograde is in exactly a week from today. Today's October 6th. So that can indicate a sense of, backward motion with mundane events, depending on what house it is in your chart and your natal chart, which is more of the mundane events. So I thought it would be fun to just look at this from the tarot perspective of that period of time and see but it's also about reflecting thus far in 2020, because I am going to be doing readings, through the end of 2020. So it's not like I'm going to stop doing those. But just for fun, seeing what you've gone through and what you're going to have come into your existence. Okay. They always tell me where the center is, and then I end up... And I'm picking 3 cards for each central card. Okay. It seems like I've been getting a lot of Pentacles too, so that bodes well for money, which I think is going to be better, even though, you would think that Jupiter in Capricorn, since Capricorn is an earth sign, would really be great for money. But I think that there's such a restrictive quality with Saturn that it's more like, being able to make do with what you have and appreciate that. And so I think when Jupiter's in Aquarius, it will flow nicer with what Jupiter represents, the expansion. So this is the past 10 months. And by the way, as I record this in October, I would say that this period of time of kind of the stop and start, reflection, where you don't feel like you're moving forward, will continue until mid-November, when Mars goes direct. And Mars is your ruler, so that is even more symbolic of moving forward for you. So the Queen of Wands is a card that, as I always say, it's connected to Sag, but I always think of Leo. But I think of her, this woman, as, with fire energy, we're always talking about enthusiasm and encouragement, positivity. And with the Queen, this is a water element, so it's nurturing, but it's also, the Queen is royalty. So there's that sense of like being in some kind of supervisory role, or in some cases being a parent. Sometimes this can be the working parent, and certainly an Aries woman would usually embody that. Somebody, and when I say working parent, that doesn't sound right, because all parents are working outside of the home type of parent. That can embody a lot of a lot of Aries women as it is, but it's that sense of either if you have been appointed in that position, that you are being like a benevolent leader, that you're somebody who is not just trying to have control over others, but you really want to nurture their talents. If this is about becoming like a mother, or because of the shutdown, being forced to stay home, usually with Aries, it's going to be like feeling like you're forced to do it, that you flourish under that. And we actually have, I'm bringing up 3 of these cards that kind of are maybe lessons that you've learned. One of them is patience with the 7 of Pentacles, being able to wait and see, take the wait and see approach. Not just, making snap judgments, snap decisions, taking taking action very prematurely because of impatience. Having the patience to, for instance, if you're dealing with somebody that you are there to supervise, that you're not just writing them off when they don't perform right away. If you have taken control of a business, or you have started your own business, that you don't throw in the towel if you don't just do gangbusters right out of the gate, that you're willing to wait and see, and not just have a sense of this doesn't work, I'm going to throw in the towel at the first sign of something not working. I'm going to wait for my harvest. And we also have the Emperor, and this is actually connected to your sign. This can also be for like romantic situations, or personal relationships. And I would say with the Queen of Wands, it's like your confidence flourishing, and the Emperor could be somebody who is very controlling, who wants to always call the shots and things like that. And being able to be that for yourself, where you're not dependent on other people's approval. This is not characteristic of Aries, but if you do have inner planets in Pisces or Taurus, you may be less aggressive and more passive, especially in relationships with Venus and Mars, and with the moon. So if your moon is in a feminine sign, in water or earth, that you may have more of those tendencies. And perhaps it can even be the case where in your professional life, you're, this completely self-assured person, but it's in your private life where things tend to fall apart, where you tend to find yourself not being treated as you should be, and things along those lines. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles, and this can be getting additional training, doing your best work. So sometimes if Aries is, I feel like, a very dynamic sign, but you lose interest very quickly in whatever you're doing. You're very much the initiator, but not necessarily following up. This to me is more diligence and being able to, get past that boredom that occurs when things are familiar, and being able to persevere, keep going, and consistently do a good job. Even if you were to be disenchanted with where you are working, that you wouldn't just mail it in and just kind of be like, I'm not even going to try until I get my next job that I really like. I'm going to just do the bare minimum. No, this is about doing your best no matter what. And the other thing too, in personal relationships, it can actually be not to believe that it's your place to just perfect the relationship, that if only you try harder, the relationship will flourish. Because I feel like sometimes people who are in this kind of like if it's like a toxic relationship, the other person can make you think that it's your fault. And the Emperor might even be a narcissist, somebody who needs that control and will do anything, including playing mind games, to get to get you to think that everything is your fault. Okay, which it isn't. Okay, so what is coming in for this portal? Well, it's great that we have a portal actually illustrated. The Ace of Pentacles. So this could be like a new job, a new source of revenue, a windfall, a financial windfall, like receiving some financial gift or what have you. And actually, during this time frame, right after Mars, as a matter of fact, this is kind of interesting because right after Mars goes direct, and I believe that's on the 13th of November, we have a new moon in Scorpio on the 15th. And this is going to be in your 8th house, which can be other people's money. So there may be something, and you may even know what this is. I haven't seen this directly associated with inheritances, which are connected to the 8th house, but it certainly could be, I suppose, because that is a form of money that comes from other sources other than yourself. And also a new relationship that is very stable, and maybe will last the long haul, because we do have relationship cards here. One of them being the 10 of Cups. All cups are going to be emotional situations, and this can be the pot at the end of the rainbow. And so this is a marriage card. This is family harmony. And so there could be like a marriage. Sometimes it may be that you have to wait for somebody else to... here's another thing too. The Emperor could be somebody who's in the military. So if you're waiting for somebody to come back from their assignment, and, it's hard to have patience, but you do it, then you get married. If this is, talking about somebody that you're already involved with. But, a new relationship, maybe with an earth sign, or a new job. And the new job could make your family happy. Maybe you've been stressed out with a situation. Although I will say, too, that you might have been waiting for this job, and that might be what the 7 of Pentacles has been about, is that you've been waiting to hear if you've gotten it. You getting that training and, getting yourself under control. Oh, I think I picked this one next. The Justice card, this is about, the scales. You can even say the scales of justice, but I mean, if it's a legal matter too. But apart from legal matters, this card connects to Libra. Maybe this is the time frame of things to turn around. As I record this, we haven't had the new moon in Libra. Maybe that's timing card. But in Libra for you is the 7th house, which can be legal affairs. And for some people, this can even be 6th house issues, which are work-related issues. So maybe there was something that you had to appeal to a higher authority in order to move forward. And it looks like it would go in your favor. But there's a sense of fairness here, a sense of fair play. So if you're getting a new job, you may feel like you're getting paid for the work that you're putting out there. And we do have a card that is connected to financial stability. And what do they call it? Financial security, stability, managing your money well, the 4 of Pentacles. So it's something that sometimes they say that the person might be holding on to their money too much, but the average Aries person, that's not how you usually roll. Usually you're a spendthrift, or at least, you're very generous. So I don't see you as greedy, but this can bode well for finances. Ace of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. I hope that you enjoyed this, Aries. And if you would like a natal chart interpretation, any type of reading that I offer, please click on the link below. I have a special that I've been doing quite a bit, the whole enchilada, natal chart interpretation with transits and full-length tarot reading. And you can check that out below. And the other types of readings at the link below. And thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.